Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, it's mid-February here in Phoenix, and weather is starting to warm up. But I'm reminded about how hot it gets during the summer, and a big lesson that I learned last summer. What had happened was we had 5 months of triple-digit temperatures here in Phoenix, and last year I didn't have a whole lot of connections. I do nowadays, thank God, but at the time I was living in a micro studio in North Phoenix. I didn't have a whole lot of connections, hot weather, and then I got a really bad case of COVID 19. And so, to give you an idea of what it is to live alone with COVID 19 during a heat wave, I was living in a micro studio. I didn't have a whole lot of supplies. I had already recovered from the virus itself. I was dealing with the after effects. One day I finally make it out of the house. I was dehydrated, disoriented, and I don't even remember how I drove to the local grocery store. We have a grocery store called Fry's Marketplace. It's owned by Kroger's. They normally have a Starbucks in there. I was going to go to the main store, buy a bunch of food and drinks, and go sit in the Starbucks to catch up on everything. I was disoriented, like I said. I got about 5, 6 bananas. I got some seltzer water and a bunch of other stuff. I can't remember exactly what. And I got to the Starbucks. Oh, it's closed for some bizarre reason. Can't remember why. Probably wasn't COVID related. This is summer 2024 we're talking about, but renovations or something. And I look around me. I normally, if it happened today, I would just go back into my car, right? It's 75 degrees. It's very nice out there. It's 115 degrees that day. You got to remember. So I sat down on this mobility scooter to eat it. And the security guard gives me a really annoyed look. Actually, the first thing out of his mouth was, "Sir, what are you doing here? You need to get out of the store." And so I told him, I apologize. I'll make it quick. I'm just recovering from COVID 19. And the only reason he backed away from asking me to leave the store was because I said the word COVID 19. Had I said I'm recovering from chemotherapy, I twisted my ankle in the store, I'm recovering from heartache. I just got really bad news on the phone. My girlfriend broke up with me over the phone. Had I said anything like that, he could have cared less. He would have dragged me out of the store. The only reason he didn't drag me out of the store was because I said COVID 19. Next time I need to linger in the store for some other reason. I need to use that C word from now on, right? Next time I'm actually going through chemotherapy or have a heartbreak situation and can't leave the store, I got to say COVID 19. That's like the password for loitering at the store from now on, right? But more importantly, I learned my lesson that from now on, when I'm well, when the temperature outside is good, and when I'm not lonely, and I go to the grocery store and I see a janitor, a security guard, or when I go to the community college where I teach, when I see other professors, when I see the janitors, to make sure to build good rapport with them, because you never know when you're going to need them. One of these days, I may go to the community college where I teach and feel sick and have to linger around on the sofa in the break room, right? You never know, right? One of these days I might twist my ankle, or my girlfriend might break up with me on a text while I'm in the classroom, and I'll be off for in terms of how I feel, right? And it's not a matter of when those things will. It's not a matter of if those things will happen. It's really a matter of when, right? We're all going to have days like that, and the best way to make sure that those days are as comfortable as possible is to regularly pay your insurance premiums by building good rapport with everybody involved, right? It's a very cheap premium to pay. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.